All right, welcome back. The United Domestic Workers of South Africa Union will march to the Embassy of Saudi Arabia and the Union buildings on August the 5th over the elimination of violence and sexual harassment at the workplace. According to the union, a migrant domestic worker from Zimbabwe who is a member was allegedly sexually abused by 3 members of the family of her former employer who works at the Saudi Arabian Embassy. The union intends to hand over a memorandum of demands to the President of South Africa as some victims will be part of this march. Well, Pinky Mashiane, United Domestic Workers of South Africa founder, now joins us via Zoom to discuss this further. Pinky, a very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Thanks so much for joining us here on SABC News.
Good evening, and good evening to SABC listeners.
All right, just for the sake of our viewers, take us back to the story and what exactly happened.
Yes, a domestic worker who is our member was sexually abused by 3 members of the family in Silver Lakes who are diplomats from the Embassy of Saudi Arabia. We were called to the embassy with her last year to negotiate with the deputy ambassador, actually, about what happened. And what they said to me, they said I should write down what I want from them. I told them that I want justice. If they have anything to put on the table, they can speak to the victim. But what I want is justice for domestic workers. So we opened a case with the police. The case is also with the CCMA.
Yeah. And as you say, you've opened a case with the police. This is certainly more of a criminal matter that should be handled by police. A two-pronged question here. Firstly, are you, is the domestic worker getting any help from the police? I mean, what are you hearing in terms of investigations? But also, how do you believe that you marching to the Embassy of Saudi Arabia and the Union buildings will then assist?
We believe that will assist us because we want to be heard. More often when we want to speak as domestic workers, nobody listens. Even the government doesn't respond to our issues. So we are taking them to the union buildings. If they don't come to fetch our memorandum, they will find it on media. And we also believe that, yes, we do have a case with the police. The problem was that the victim was in Zimbabwe for months now. She only came back in June. So for the police to continue, the investigative officer to continue with his work.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the sort of proof that, the domestic worker might have, that would help her with this case. I mean, what level of proof are we talking here?
It's very obvious that domestic workers are exploited and are
No. I'm talking about this particular case. No. I'm talking about this particular case. Yeah.
Yes, I'm talking about it. That in most cases, people will say, "Where's the evidence? Where are the witnesses?" Domestic workers are working as individuals. Her witness is enough. Her evidence is enough. She cannot just claim a 42-year-old and say, "This is what the employers have done to me." And I've written the messages to the employers. They never denied. They read my messages. They never responded. They never denied. So we are positive that we have case against the employers here.
Yeah. And as a union, I mean, how much of this are you dealing with? How many of these cases, come to your office?
There are many cases of sexual harassment. And many domestic workers often are discouraged even to go further with the cases or to open the cases with the police because of the same thing that you asked. The evidence, the witnesses, what do you have? They can't record an employer who's touching their bums or who's doing any sexual gestures to them. They cannot take out their cell phones and record them. It's only if they can record what they are saying while they don't see that they are recording them. Yeah. So these cases are happening, and many domestic workers often don't report them because of lack of witnesses, and that nobody will believe me, and I cannot stand against my employers. They have lawyers because that's what they are told when they are threatened and intimidated.
All right, Pinky, thanks very much for speaking to us. Pinky Mashiane, United Domestic Workers of South Africa founder, joining us there.